Alright, after I've created this first part, the next thing I'm going to do is add on the rest of the things that go on here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hole in the feature on the top. So I'm going to create a 2D sketch to do that. And I'm going to do that on here, on this piece here. So create a 2D sketch and then select that. I'm going to put a point there to find the center. So I know where the center is for that hole. Remember, this dotted line shows us right where the center is. So I'm going to left click right here, because you can see that I've got the center all lined up. Left click, and then I can right click and finish that 2D sketch. So I've pointed out where the center is. Now what I'm going to do is use the hole feature. So I click on the hole feature, and I want this hole to be 1 inch by 1 inch, correct? I believe that's what it is. If I look at that blueprint, which it is. So it's 1 inch down and it's 1 inch in diameter. So I'm going to say OK. And there's that hole at the top. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cylinder on here. So to do that, I'm going to create a 2D sketch on that surface. I'm going to choose my circle feature. I'm going to find the center of that circle. Okay, I'm going to left click, and I'm going to make that a 1 inch circle. So just type in 1 and enter. Right click, finish that 2D sketch. Alright, then I need to extrude that circle. So I'm going to right click, extrude, select that circle first, and I want that to come up 1 inch, just as it says there. So I can click my green button, and there I go. Alright, the next thing I am going to do then is I am going to put my square peg right here. So to do that, I need to create another 2D sketch. Click on that surface. This time I'm going to pick the 2-point center rectangle. So I can find the center of where that is right there with those dotted lines. Left click, drag it out. That's a 1 by 1, so 1 tab 1 square. Enter. Right click, finish my 2D sketch. Right click, extrude. Select that center piece, left click, and I want that to come out 1 inch. Click my green arrow, and that's good. Next thing I'm going to do is put the hole, the square hole, over here. So I need to create another 2D sketch on that surface. I'm going to use the 2-point center rectangle, find the center again, left click, right in the center, it's a 1 tab 1 square, enter, right click, finish my 2D sketch, right click, extrude, and then select this that I want extruded. But I don't want that to come out, I want that to go in direction 2, 1 inch. So there we go. So that is part 2. For part 3, now we're going to start using the fillet and the chamfer. Okay, so the fillet's going to give you the rounded edges, the chamfer is going to give you the square edges. So I'm going to click on fillet, and these are the, I'm going to click on all the edges I want rounded, which was this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, all the way around, and I believe this edge. I don't want that a 0.125, I believe I want that a 0.25. So I'm going to change that to a 0.25. And I am going to check that. Other thing I'm going to do then is the chamfer. So select the chamfer. I want all of these edges on my peg chamfered, but I want them all 0.25. Okay, same thing on these edges here of this square. So I'm going to do chamfer. Although that looks a little large. So I'm going to come back over here to my chamfer, and I'm actually going to delete that. And we'll try that again. Change this to a 0.125. And that looks a little better. So that is part 3 without the curves in them. To do that, create your 2D sketch,